Someone had suggested that I do this little video about myself, so I'm doing it right now. It's kind of a last minute thing, but I'm sure I'll get everything that was requested into this little video. So first off, I'm just gonna introduce myself a little bit. A lot of you don't really know who I am, or if I'm a male or female, where I'm from, what part of Canada I'm from, what part of wherever. A lot of you just kind of try and guess. But my name is Dons, or Donna. My family usually calls me Donna. A lot of artists know me as Dons. I'm from Ontario, Canada. I'm from a very small community called Muncie Delaware Nation. So yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm 26, and I've been doing One Vision, One Movement since 2006 or 2005. One of those years. I usually just put 2006. All I know is that when I started it, I actually left home for the first time on my own. So I was 18 or 19 when I left Muncie. So that's once I got settled. I'm pretty sure that's when I started the site. So it was 19 or 18, or I don't know, but I was still pretty young, I guess. But yeah, I started that, and outside of hip hop and outside of One Vision, One Movement, I am a full-time student, and yeah, I'm graduating this summer. So yeah, pretty exciting. I get to graduate, and I'll be moving on, continuing my education in university. I was asked to put a little section in this video as to why I started One Vision, One Movement, and kind of a background as to why I started it. Yeah, so the main inspiration behind it, I would have to say, is Poetic Warriors. Back in 2005, 2006, like I said before in my introductory of myself, I had left my community. I left the res life to pursue my education in the city. And during that time, I was also getting into trouble and having a lot of family difficulties and stuff like that. So I decided to venture out on my own, and that was London, Ontario. And so, but before that point, Poetic Warriors had come out and made their debut into the community, and a lot of youth had gotten a hold of their CD. And I can remember my cousin Angelique being like, listen to this. She's like, take a listen to this. She's like, because I didn't really know about it. I wasn't very popular or anything like that on a reserve. I just kind of stayed home and stuck to my own and stuff, and hung out with a specific group of people. And she put it on, and I can remember just crying to one of their songs, and losing people that I have lost and stuff in the past. Those songs are like telling their story and telling our story as Native youth, and what we see and what we see on a daily basis. And so a lot of those things really hit home for me, and was the first time I think I heard real raw hip hop, and that was coming from this specific group. And being that they were from my home community was awesome as well, because they were telling I felt like they were telling my story through their music, and doing the music independently, such as not going, they just did it. They just made their own music from whatever they had. And so they became very popular in our community and stuff like that. And so during that time, like I said, I left home, and so being as inspired as I would, and really emotional over what they were bringing out in their music. And they made music on really really touchy subjects, such as suicide, death, funerals, and and drugs, addiction, crime, and stuff like that, and even telling stories about their own losses of friends and family. And we all had to deal with that, because being in the same community, we've lost the same people. And so that was kind of the inspiration behind One Vision, One Movement, is I took what inspired me and what impacted me at the time, and I turned it into a movement on its own. And so I wanted to like return the favor that Poetic Warriors gave to me, and which was to like come out of that like type of life, And so when I came to town, I started One Vision, One Movement after being inspired and impacted by them, and now it is what it is. And so now the main purpose of my site, and which I think is quite evident, is to inspire, encourage, and give Native hip-hop artists that little push to continue to climb the hip-hop ladder. And so that's my main focus right now, is to inspire and encourage them to keep going and keep making that music, keep making hip-hop music, and keep embracing hip-hop music. And so, and yeah, sorry, I'm getting my words tied up. But yeah, that's kind of the main purpose of my site, is to be that support system for them. Even though it's just me and my site, it's still something. And so, as you notice, a lot of the artists that are on my site are artists that you may not know, and these are artists that have been scoped out, you know. Like, I search, like, seriously, I search artists on YouTube and on Facebook, and a lot of artists are suggested to me by friends and people that I've come in contact with over the years. And so a lot of the artists I've met through other artists, and they've posted their tracks. So it's kind of like a networking system. I've met friends and stuff from far away, and they suggest artists to me all the time. So that's kind of another, I guess, purpose for One Vision, One Movement, is a networking system, because a lot of them are wanting to do music with other artists, and some major artists such as Joy Styles or something, like, not to hate on them, like, I like their music as well, but a lot of them won't do music with artists such as these, and so they're all doing music together, which is awesome. And so yeah, that's kind of the lowdown, I guess, on One Vision, One Movement, as to why I started it, the inspiration behind it, and its purpose now is to promote and to encourage new and upcoming First Nation hip-hop artists to continue to climb the hip-hop ladder in whatever aspect of hip-hop they are participating in, whether it be dance, whether it be art, whether it be producing, whether it be rapping or poetry or anything like that. Was, what do you hate about hip-hop? 2 words: diss tracks. I hate diss tracks. They're so annoying and so immature and such a waste of time. Okay, next question. What Native hip-hop artist inspires you? There's not just one. There's like 50 or so more, or more that inspire me. So that would be like every artist that has ever featured on my site, I feel inspires me. I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this huge love that I do for hip-hop music. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know a lot of the artists that I know now and that I have become a big fan of. So yeah, all of them. I can't really name them all. Who was the first Native hip-hop artist you heard? It's kind of hard to say. I can remember seeing I think it was either War Party or True Rescue. I can remember seeing War Party on Much Music or Much Vibe or something, and True Rescue actually came to my community, and I remember getting one of their CDs, which got stolen that same night. And yeah, they did a performance, and that's when Lucky One was on Much Music and stuff. So yeah, they're probably one of the ones. And Slang Blossom, I remember being a big fan of Slang Blossom. The War Party, True Rescue, and Slang Blossom was probably one of the 3 that I first heard. And I think Lightfoot for like a little while there, but it didn't really like his music. So I'm gonna make like a shout out, I guess, to the people who suggested that I do this video. Thank you for the interest in, I guess, the person that created the site. So yeah, as you know, there's no team or anything behind me other than the artists that are featured on the site and that do the promoting of the site as well. And so yeah, it's not only me that keeps the site up, it's the artists and stuff that also do it. And so shout out to all the artists. I would name you guys one by one, but there's way too many. So yeah, so shout out to those who took the interest to find out about not only me, Dawn's, but also about One Vision, One Movement and why it was created and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of hope I accomplished what you guys wanted. Sorry for the rambling. I'm not really used to being in front of a camera and, you know, knowing that people are going to be seeing this. It's kind of nerve-wracking. But yeah, so that's kind of like the lowdown on, and thanks for the little questions as well, you know, like that's pretty cool. But yeah, so shout out to those people who are interested, and yeah, so much love and thank you for supporting One Vision, One Movement and also the artists that revolve around it. So thank you.